Okay, hi everybody, welcome to the show again. We're doing an amazing dinner today. Yeah, it's going to be a turkey salsa lasagna. Okay, let's look at the ingredients. Hi, Sarah. So we're getting started, everybody. Beautiful sunset you had on your video here. That's nice. Very pretty. I'll go to the original, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to make today, which is going to be an amazing turkey salsa meal. Yeah. Lasagna with turkey and salsa combined. I found an old container of salsa I picked up for $1. And then I have organic petite diced tomatoes that I picked up from Del Monte, organic for $1. And I found this ricotta cheese for $1, so that's a perfect combo. And then we're just going to use a little Parmesan. So there's $3 there, $2.99 for this ground turkey. That's the current price in my area. So that's essentially $6. And then we have $1's worth of lasagna and $1's worth of vegetables. So we're going to go to $8 for 6 meals. Kind of an expensive little dinner, but whatever. Now, using turkey gives you a big savings. Yeah, so I'm reading chat in case you're wondering. Yep, so turkey lasagna, let's get started. I'm going to be having a sprig of coffee here. I guess it's okay light, but it is pretty little bright. I know Sarah runs this a little too bright for me, but I'm going to go ahead and change it slightly. Drop it down a little bit. All right, that should do me. Yeah, so these shows are uploaded. I just uploaded 3 shows for the past 3 weeks to the YouTube channel. If you guys want to watch it, pretty cool. Now this dinner is going to take 2 pans. And I actually bought a second pan for this purpose, an expansion pan. We're going to make the lasagna here, and then that's where these oven-ready lasagnas are really perfect. You got to get the word oven-ready. Otherwise, you have to boil the lasagna in advance. Now, I'm going to start with 2 onions because one onion is going to go on the bottom of the dinner. So, yeah, I'm going to start layering it back. So we're just going to put an onion down. Get back in the screen. I don't have I have a very Nordic look. Yeah, so not gay, guys. Yeah, so stop with the hate speech, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not gay. Yeah, they don't allow hate speech when I upload these videos. So. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I actually upload these videos, so you got to cut back on the hate speech. Thanks. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we have really good ingredients, wholesome ingredients. Hey, you know, if you keep that up, I'm gonna turn guest chat off. I told you, I'm not gonna allow that stuff. Yeah. I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not sure what case that is. I'm going to mute you too. All right, Power J, that's it for you. We're going to go ahead and shut guest chat off. Obviously, you don't deserve it, so I mean, that makes sense, right? If you deserved it, I'd leave it on there, but you don't. So we'll cut it off. There we go. Now we got some real chatters. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm also cooking an artichoke from my garden in the back right. I've got that slow cooking on a pressure cooker. I literally cook it at melt level, and I cook it for like 3 hours. Okay, great. Good to know. Thank you for sharing. We don't normally take links during our shows, so this is the cooking stage of our show. Thank you. Make sure I don't have any leathery skins on here. Yeah, I don't want to have anything that's difficult to eat. Okay, now the whole purpose of this layer is to make it so the lasagna doesn't burn on the bottom of the grill, because this is going to be a pan-fried lasagna. I'm going to turn the rear burner on level low. Yeah. I'm going to turn this burner on, front burner on level low, level 3. The back burner is just to start heating up. And what I'm going to just do is throw a little oil down. Thank you. Throw a little oil down, just a kind of a splash, tablespoon. And we'll take the onions, put that on top of that little oil. And then you can move it around the pan a little bit, just kind of spread it around. We're just going to cover that up and let that set up on low. Nothing really going on there. Yeah. Now this is going to be where I'm going to put the other onion. And I'm going to put a little oil in this burner too once it gets warm. Not there yet. Okay. Now with this dinner, this part of the dinner, it involves actually cooking the meat with the onion and half the peppers. So I'll be dicing half the peppers and then layering the other peppers for effect. There you go. Yeah, a lot of you are frustrated because you don't realize how hard I've worked to be here. And you want to, you want to like act like I'm just going to go away or something. It's so funny. You really think I'm going to go away? You better get used to me. I'm here to stay. Yeah, I'm a big part of your future. I know you don't like to hear it, but I am. Yeah, as long as you watch my show, Then again, you don't have to watch the show. That's also possible. Okay. I'm going to get my paper towel. Getting down to the line here. Now, when I use paper towels, I use half paper towel sheets. So, then I cut it in half to save money. Yeah, isn't that a great idea? Oh yeah, big time savings, big time. Of course, I am drinking organic coffee, which is also another thing I do. I make drip coffee on my own. All these things you can do to improve your daily life. You see, the less you spend, the less you have to make in life. You didn't know that? Yeah. Yeah, it's a simple, logical conclusion. If you spend less, you don't have to make more. You couldn't figure that out. Okay. That's tough for many people to understand, I guess. I've met people that have had, spending crises in their marriage, and they really, have to get on the same page, because nothing is more divisive than talking about money or kids. Those are the two things that parents talk about. Or couples talk about money or having kids. That's another point of contention, right? A lot of people don't know what to do with that. Okay, I washed these peppers and they're getting ready to, you can see they're a little spongy right here. So they're definitely getting ready to be cut. Pull the balls out. That can be planted in 2 inches of soil if you want to grow more. Of course, this is not the time to plant peppers. It's still suitable. It's not completely rotted or anything, So I caught it right at the perfect time. Peppers are generally, in my case, I got them for 50 cents each, because I pick up these pepper bags. Now they're not organic, so but you get 6 of them in here for $2.99 at the store I go to. So that's 50 cents each on a pepper. That's normally not the pepper price. I mean, you could pay upwards of $3 a piece for an organic pepper. So I am making a concession there. Yeah, I'm not going to purchase organic peppers just because, I want the perfect meal. And frankly, even the lasagna is not non-GMO tonight. I'm just trying to use up some old lasagna I've had in the cupboard since, 2007, I think. Yeah. We'll see how many great shatters there are now. Yeah, it's really happening. Okay, that front grill is definitely getting hot. I'm going to put a little olive oil in there. Another tablespoon. That should round out your olive oil use. Now I'm going to cut up all these peppers. We'll start with the small ones, and I'm going to use half of an onion. Here we go. I'm right on the edge of getting a new edge on my knife. All right. Yeah, and this onion definitely diced the other way, as you say, not the other. The other onion is just sitting on a low flame in back. And then I'm going to dice this portion up. Getting all the pepper seeds out of it. Okay, and all that can go right on the grill. A little sizzle going. We spin. Now remember, I have this salsa that I have to cook up with, so that's going to go down right away as a flavoring agent. Yeah, I pick these things up I get them wholesale, so it's just like they're $1 a piece. I think I paid like less than that for this, but if you see salsa in a glass bottle, buy it because it's not going to go bad. So throw a little of that on there just for flavoring initially. As it kind of sits there and simmers and stews, I'm going to get the turkey. Oops, hang on. There we go. Action cam. And with the turkey, you want to cut the top off, but either cut it completely off, like I'm going to do, and throw it right in the garbage immediately, because that's a little piece of metal there. You don't want someone chewing down on that. And then squeeze it right into the pan on top of the onions and the peppers. Just kind of like go like that. Push it right out. Plop, plop, cover it up. I'm sure you can guess the next ingredient. It's going to be Italian seasoning. I have the no salt garlic and herb McCormick makes, which is a pretty good product. Yeah, Italian seasoning is a must for an Italian dinner. I think that's a given. Now the key is to render the meat into the peppers and get a really good taste going. So render the meat under the peppers. Here we go. Go ahead and cover it with Italian seasoning. Give it a shake. You know what I like to use? I like to use a chili powder on top of the meat just to give it, you know, that extra cooking taste inside, especially when you're dealing with turkey. Because turkey is not exactly the most, it kind of has a general, kind of a bland taste compared to beef. I'm going to throw a little chili powder on here. Now, I don't mean cayenne, I mean chili powder. So, if you're looking for organic powders, Walmart sells them. They have an entire rack full of organic spices, and they're very affordable. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of push it down like that. All right, like that. And then I'm just leaving all the vegetables on the bottom still. And you can do a little bit more spicing on the top like this. About a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, or half a teaspoon, whatever, however spicy you like it. And a little bit more chili powder. Okay. Now, one of the things I do add to this meal is some hot sauce. So I'm going to go with Patty Libero number 3. Seven shakes of hot sauce. Now the salsa also has spices in it, so you're getting a good amount of spice right there. And I'm probably not going to use the whole jar of salsa because it's pretty salty. I'm going to use half a jar. It's like 2,500 milligrams of salt in here. Okay, we're getting there. I'm going to open up this can of diced Italian tomatoes. Del Monte makes the organic tomatoes. Isn't that great? And it's one of their products that they have. Been branched out. It definitely needs to be eaten. It's time. So usually when they reach about 7 years, that's when you want to eat your tomato sauces. All right. We'll put that in later with more salsa. Okay, so what we're going to do is slice these guys this way. Okay. Yeah, just make nice slices down the middle here. Make nice rings, like little rings. Well, I'm going to turn the temperature of this front grill up to 6 now. I'm keeping the back one on low. Because this is going to be a slow meal to make. Long term, it's going to sit on low for about an hour and a half while it cooks while I'm in the show. Because with all the juices in there, what happens is the lasagna soaks up. We're going to pre-cook these a little bit too. I'll show you how I do that once I get this grill hot. And down here, I'm going to dice the bottom here. See that? This is my Cutco knife. It keeps its blade like no other. I've never seen a knife hold a blade like Cutco, I'll tell you. When I bought it for $30, a guy I knew, he actually sold it to me. He said, "No, man, you got to buy something." I said, "What's your cheapest thing?" And he said, "This knife." And I said, "Okay, well, how much is it?" $30. You got to be kidding me. But you know what? I use it for camping trips. Yeah, I mean, it's just an amazing blade they put on these things. Even the knives I have from Syria, the Damask steel knives, they have a sharper blade, I suppose, when they're sharpened, but man, nothing holds a blade like Cutco. I've never seen a knife hold a blade like that. And I'll just dice the bottom here and put that in the pan right now. Okay. Then I use another knife as kind of a spatula whenever I cook. This one. Go like that. Throw it on top. Now we're cooking at level 6. So that's a good thing. Now the bottom is going to be a very slow cook, so we're going to pull the lasagna out. And I'm going to put the first layer down. And again, you want to get the oven ready. Okay, those onions are sitting there perfectly. And what I do is I lay them on top of the onions. Now this almost makes it across the pan, so I'm going to cut them in half. And just lay them on top of the onions, so they won't. Basically these won't burn during the cooking process. You need a little lift there, and I have it on really low temperature. That's your first layer. Okay, let's get this thing cooking, and I'll prepare the sauces to go on top in various layers. Now, in between each layer is a ricotta cheese layer. And with the ricotta cheese, what I do is I take these things and I pre-cook them over here. So what I'll do is, yeah, get this rolling nice and, yeah, get that going. I'm just basically cooking turkey right now. If you have room on that grill, you can pull it over like this. Okay? You got a nice turkey blend over there. And on the base of the pan, I'm going to put these rings right over here. Yeah, then I'm going to cover it up. And that'll steam on that side. Pre-cook those. You want to get those cooking ahead of time because they want to be a little bit more tender so that you can cut them with a knife or a fork. Okay, so we're still at level 6 and we're at simmer back here. And you can put a little bit more salsa on top. It helps the flavor. I think that's good on the salsa. I think I'll save the rest of it for another meal. Yeah, you really can't go wrong with glass salsa jars. If you see them on sale at a store, buy them. They're really outstanding. Great for flavoring. Please don't ever refer to this as that, Cal. Yeah, that's really disgusting. And it'll last about 3 days, sure. Unless you have a big family of people that are hungry, then it'll last one night. Now, some people put mushrooms in. Yeah, you can do that if you want to spend more money, I suppose. That's a great idea. You know, there's always the option of spending more money. You could put anchovies for flavoring. I mean, gosh, who knows? That's extremely salty, though. So you don't want to overdo it. Okay. Yeah, I clean up after myself during the cooking show. So I did upload the other videos, and they're looking good. I have one in re-edit because I had a big loud opening on one of them. I had to really just edit it out. And you know, they have that utility at YouTube to edit that out. All right. Now I'm kind of looking at the, thinking, well, I could take a little ricotta cheese and start spreading it. That wouldn't hurt. Okay. Apparently, ricotta cheese is something that lasts a long time. I'm going to put that on top of this. Just kind of scoop a little bit off the top and put it on top of the pasta in the back, just to get started. should do. Yeah, nothing has to be perfect with lasagna. You can just push it around. And you want to make sure the onions are on the bottom. Kind of evenly distributed as best you can. Okay, it's a slow process of cooking, so I think what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of the tomatoes and put a little bit of strained tomatoes on top of that, just to kind of wet the top of the lasagna. Just a little bit on that. Hello. And get rid of the can lid so you don't cut yourself. You don't want to leave that around. Put it somewhere safe. I'm just going to take a little scoop of tomatoes in there and put that at the bottom with the pasta. Just a little bit more moisture down at the bottom. Okay. Then I'm going to open up this container here and take the softest, kind of cut through those peppers and take some of the soft ones out from the bottom. And put those on top of the, layered on top of the pasta in the background. Okay. Yeah, so I'm only cooking with olive oil now. I've drifted away from the one I was using because I was right. They were right about not cooking with canola, not cooking with safflower, because I was using safflower and it's not exactly the right oil to work with. It was natural. It had less herbicides because they can't grow safflower in herbicides and pesticides because it needs bees. But I looked it up, and it is a monounsaturated fat, which can create even cooking with it. It can create free radicals. So olive oil is definitely the best. If you're cooking an Indian curry dish, peanut oil or sesame oil is good. But I'm drifting away from the corn oils and the canola. All right, excellent. Now, if you have any exotic ingredients like artichoke hearts, you can put those in. I've got some artichoke hearts here, but I don't really want to cook it in today. I'm just using the salsa taste as the base. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move the turkey around, give it a stir. Kind of just drop in there like that. Cool. It's important the turkey's fully cooked at this point. And to give it more flavor, you can definitely add, spices on top of this. So I'll add a little chili powder to the top of this. No cayenne. Remember, cayenne's really hot. You don't want to do that. You got enough heat with the salsa and the other ingredients. Tabasco sauce, whatever hot sauce you're using. All right. Excellent. I'm getting ready to move that in as a layer. So still cooking at level 6 with low in the back. And one of the things about layering is you want to get that cheese taste up per layer. So I bought these, Parmesan cheeses for next to nothing. And I just use them as I see fit. Somebody says, hey man, that has cellulose in it. Great, cellulose. I might eat, that's fiber, that's good. Sure. Smells like Parmesan to me. Okay. I'm going to put a little layer of dusting on the top of this. Okay. I'm going to kind of dust my way through each layer. Okay, now I'm going to put another layer of pasta shells on top. Oven ready. They're really hard. By the time you get this thing, the whole thing set up, you probably won't even need a full box. By the time you get this whole thing set up, let's layer that on top. It's going to be immersed in moisture. It'll almost be like a full liquid thing going on. Yeah, we'll do the same kind of thing. I'm going to add a little tomato on the top to each one. I'm going to put a little bit on top of each one. And I'm going to go in and put more ricotta cheese. And I kind of shovel it out very thinly and put it on one, basically three quadrants of the pan. So you're covering most of the quadrants, and you can alternate quadrants if you want, rotate, whatever. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and put the meat down with this same layer. So I scoop the meat out and cover that whole thing up. Very nice. And I'm going to put another layer of some of those peppers directly, like the big peppers. So I'm just going to lay them out there on top, like that. Perfect. All right. I'm going to turn this down to simmer too. So I've got them both on simmer. I'm going to go for one more layer on this back grill. Okay, just lay the full-on pasta shells right on top of this. Okay. And then you want to top it off with a little bit of ricotta cheese still. Got to save half the container. I'm actually going to spread this out into another one. Okay, and I'm going to take the turkey and I'm going to put another layer on there, leaving about half the turkey in this pan. Yeah, so it doesn't matter where anything is, it's all random. But the peppers are kind of semi-soft, so they're good. All right, good. And then I'm going to take it out of scoop and kind of just make sure everything's covered. Then I'm going to go ahead and cover this up with some Parmesan. Yes. And a little bit more tomato sauce. That. I'm going to take this entire dish and drain it right on top of the other. Just pour it right on top, leaving the meat inside. You want to drizzle all that juice right on top. And then you can cover it up and keep it on low. That's going to be a full-on meal. We're going to make sure our moisture levels are set. Then I'm going to do the same with this one over here. But I'm going to kind of layer it differently. I'm going to put a little olive oil down. Put a couple of peppers down, and then I'm going to layer some more pasta shells. I'm going to make 2 of these because I have enough. I didn't realize how much I had. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and kind of shuffle the meat right on top of the taco shells, or the not the taco shells, shells of pasta. Pulling the meat up to the top. There you go. Spreading the shells around the bottom. I'm going to throw some more ricotta in there. Beautiful. Then another layer of shells. I think I have enough for virtually another meal. Yeah? Yeah, I think I can do that. Cool. Now I'm going to take the rest of this can of tomatoes and just put that on top. Right. More ricotta. Not all of it, but yeah, as much as you want. And kind of make a mound in the middle. So when you're looking at this thing, it's kind of like a mound. The side, and you pull the sides up to the mound. So you kind of pull it up this way. Your moisture on the sides can be, you can have like a layer of, there we go. All right. We'll put some more tomatoes on top of this one over here. Beautiful. So it's going to have the expansion area, and then I'll take the can right here and put some water in it. And this has a little salt in it too. And for flavoring, if you want to add a little bit of, just to the water, you could add just a little more salsa or salt or spices, hot sauce, and just cover it with water like that. And then take the whole meal and just cover it up, making sure you've thoroughly distributed the cheese, at least around the middle. And then cover the whole thing with Parmesan. There we go. And I'll do the same with the back here. Okay, you're good. You still have quite a bit of Parmesan left. You're done with your ricotta. Some people use cottage cheese. Ricotta is kind of a cottage cheese. You can definitely use that. And put that on low, both of these units on low, and you'll be fine. Good to go. If you want to add anything to the top, you certainly can add a few more spices. I think I might put a little bit of Italian seasoning on the top. Just kind of seal the deal. So I got the big one in the back, cooking on low. The big one and the small one, we should be good. All right, everyone, thank you for letting me show you how to make a lasagna on the stove. It's definitely one of those things that you will enjoy. You want to make sure you have water in there on the sides, about a half an inch of water, so it steams the whole thing. And it will suck that water up. All the juices will suck right into the pasta. And you should have a good meal by the time, I'd say, an hour and a half rolls by. Yeah, so I've got an hour and a half till the start of the dinner hour, and I'll check it then, and if I have to raise the temperature and cook it faster, I will. All right, everyone, thank you for coming in. I'll be back for another big show in a few minutes. This is Mr. Wright signing off. Take care.